Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Sounds of This is your host, Monique Esberry. I wanted to definitely address the recent murder of Brittany Anderson. I think she was about 32 years old, and she died inside of a Houston jail. So, if you guys haven't heard about that, it's probably because we're talking about the recent counter strike on Israel that unfortunately killed three black soldiers. And so that's going on in the news. And then we have the immigration crisis. So this may not get the attention it deserves. And typically, when it comes to black fatalities, they don't get the attention that is deserved. So I wanted to really just show my respect and let you guys know, like, you police officers in Houston. I used to live in Houston. Houston is one of the most racist state cities in the United States, to be really honest with you. And it doesn't even surprise me that this is happening. They do not value black, especially black women in Houston. Um, I learned that when I lived there. Black women are basically at the bottom. Black women are actually at the bottom in people's psyches all over the world. You don't value a black woman. You think we're animals or Jezebels, we're dirty, we're single parent. I don't even care if you whatever your stupid stereotypes are, look in the mirror. Okay? So you think that we're just going to stand by, and I'm going to stand by, and I'm demanding that you show the video. So the family has not even seen Brittany's body. We do not know how that evidence has been tampered with. Okay, was she sexually assaulted? Probably. Oh, she was just only beat up. I really don't know. I don't want to speculate and upset people, but without proof. But we don't know. So when it comes to the unknown, you have to kind of think about every worst case scenario that could happen. How did she die? What caused it? A grown man. So again, it goes back to Sandra Bland and many other black women, where you men are so threatened. Typically, of either you could be Latino, you could be a black man, you could be a white man in serving as a police officer, sheriff, and for some reason, like, what black women are so threatening. So this goes back to the whole thought of black women are masculine. Okay. So when this mentality, if you don't know your history, you're just playing into the replay. Black women have been emasculated, or not. Maybe that's not the right word. Black women have definitely been broken down to the point where we've had to, head single family households. And I'll tell you why that happened. That actually didn't happen until after the Great Depression, when all of the social welfare programs came out during President FDR Roosevelt, during President Roosevelt's presidency, when he rolled out all those social programs with welfare programs. That's really when a lot of that started. It started, some of the criteria around that was that black women had to be single, and you could not have your boyfriend or your husband or anything living with you to qualify for these programs. So then black women became head of household, and that actually started to break up the family unit. So you guys think that black women, we're just out there, nobody wants us, single mothers. No, the system actually broke that up. So if you're already dealing with disparities, you're not going to find work because of racism, or you're going to really be mistreated, killed, murder. You have to survive. So what are you going to do? Yeah, you're going to make sure you can take care of your kids. And if you do have a boyfriend, you better sneak him in the house or at night or something, but he can't be there. So this notion of single parents, black women are undesirable. Nobody wants to marry a black woman. So the people, which I believe is the majority of people that think like this, you're just ignorant. You think you're smart. You may have a top paying job, but you're actually as dumb as a box of rocks. Okay? So you're not very smart because you don't know your history. That's why I always preach about history. Okay? So when I think about the blackness of the universe, when I think about what the womb that we are living inside of, that is a womb of life. Okay? And the womb currently of is being destroyed by ignorance, by evil thoughts, low vibrational energy. And it is a direct parallel with the way black women are actually treated. I don't care if Brittany, maybe she, who cares? There's no excuse to murder anyone. But when I look at this and I look at how the earth is pillaged, how the earth is disrespected, how mining has destroyed the planet, how animals are being displaced. How there's no respect for the vessel of earth, no respect for the bones of those that have died, murdered senselessly. That is a direct parallel experience with that of the black woman. Okay, Earth's energy being suppressed. The Earth life force is actually being oppressed by the stagnant energy of whatever it has colonized the planet Earth. Now, some of you, I've already lost you. If you want to stay on, you can. If not, please go meditate and read. Okay, we are under colonization. So when people have a disrespect towards black women, you're actually disrespecting yourself, because all life has come out of the genetic composition of the black woman. No, I don't want to be black. Oh no, mama, blow dry those curls out of my hair. I don't want to be black. Okay? So when we're talking about that, that's pretty serious. It's it's tragic, and I don't even know what else. I don't even know what to say other than you all really believe that black women are basically, when a black woman is murdered like that, that's because you feel that it's justifiable. Well, she's just a dirty harlot. She's just a single mother. Well, she's just a violent animal. Why are you, Peter, why are you so scared of the black woman where you have to use excessive force? Is that why you became a cop, little Jimmy? Is that why you actually became a cop, because you were bullied, and the one species you hate the most is a black woman, while you're the same one probably dressing up in your wife's underwear in the middle of the night when nobody knows? That's you, because you're an insecure man. Whoever these police, I don't know who these police officers are, but I'm going to tell you something. It's on. The ancestors that are dwelling within this planet, that some of the my ancestors have not actually gone anywhere. They're here. They're here to awaken the sleeping black sheep, talking about my people. And the problem is that the reason why black women are utterly disrespected, you want to blame somebody? A lot of times you have to blame our own community. You have to look at who are our rappers. How, like I'm going to call you out because I'm very angry at you. Many of you, most of you, I hate to say it, even female rappers, you really open up the floodgates for us to get murdered. You open up the floodgates for us to be disrespected, for us to get just taken out of here because of your sorry ass lyrics. Because you're too busy being a bend over man or woman in this rap game where they're telling you, oh, exploit your body. The only thing you can talk about is sex and how good your pussy is. That's the only thing you have to offer. and you're in a position, and I'm calling out some of you female rappers, and you are in a position to actually lead a nation, and all you're doing is destroying a nation with your sorry ass lyrics, your over sexualized videos, where you are disrespecting not only yourself, but you're disrespecting me, you're disrespecting the generation behind me, you're disrespecting the unborn little black girl. I'm mad at you because you are in a position to make a difference. Now the black men talking about I beat it up, I do this, I do that, and then we wonder why no one respects us. You wonder why the world says, "Oh, I guess if their own men don't respect them, then why should we?" If you want to know this, the reality, the reflection of how we should be treated should be coming out of our own community. We can't look to the police to respect us. That mirror reflection has to come from us. They need to see how we treat each other. So how many more talks are we going to have about this? This talk I'm having has been said. It's been said over and over and over and over again. But what you didn't realize, you ignorant fool, is that black women are dying or being killed at an alarming rate, at four times than any other female on the planet. The black woman is four times more likely to be murdered than any other female on the planet, and is being murdered. Black young girls are being sex trafficked at an maybe that's the number, it's four times more likely to be sex trafficked, and they are, but when you have a rap industry that is doing nothing but destroying our community with your dead ass tunes, your dead lyrics, that's actually what's destroying our community. That's one of the things. Do you possibly think that the lyrics that are coming out of your mouth in the frequency, do you know how powerful music is? The vibration of music. Did you know that the universe is constantly producing like infinity of music, of like notes and sounds and mathematical equations? Math and music are one. Music is literally built inside of our DNA. It's built inside of our composition. So if music can make you either depressed or happy, it can make you go kill someone or make you go save someone. It can transform you or destroy you. Which one do you choose? Oh, it's cool. I don't really listen to the lyrics. I like the beat. I like the beat. You ever hear people say that? I used to say that. Well, I'm not listening to the lyrics. Me, when I was younger, I just like the beat. Yeah, that beat is beating down your crown chakra. That beat is beating you down into the ground. It's beating your spirit down. It's beating down your third eye where you can't see clearly. And not only that, it's beat down the core of your subconscious mind, so that now that it beat it down, it then decided to plant some seeds of destruction. Did you know that your mind records everything? Like literally, like when you're asleep and you have the TV on, you may start dreaming about that. So your mind is always recording. It's constantly recording. And at times there'll be songs that just pops in your head for no reason. Or sometimes, depending on the situation or how you're feeling, a certain song is gonna pop into your head. Have you ever thought about that? Oh, when you're ready to go meet up with your baby boo. So you're gonna put the love jams on, right? And there's certain songs that are gonna pop in your head. Well, that's the same thing. That's what I'm talking about. So this is this is I'm gonna address this. I didn't even think on my on this channel I would be really delving into this, but I've grown up around music. My stepfather, he was a cathedral choir director and a musician. So I grew up around music. My mother sings. I, as you have listened, some of you have listened to my music. I that's my background, and I've also gone under sleep paralysis when it comes to certain music. Just let's just talk about that. So when I was listening to Aaliyah, this is back in the day. It was Aaliyah when she was still living, and Tupac. I remember listening to Tupac one time. This happened twice, and I fell asleep. And I don't think I think Tupac had died too. I fell asleep listening to it. Do you know when I fell asleep listening to Tupac, I went into sleep paralysis where I couldn't move. I started going into this weird dream space, and I was like, I was in a spiritual battle over something was trying to take over my vessel. Then Aaliyah popped in my dream, and all these weird people, and they were trying to take my soul, my spirit. And I had to pray for my spirit guides to come and save me because I was literally getting like sucked into something. So my spirit guide said, don't listen to Tupac before you go to sleep. I'm like, why? Because he's talking about murdering people. When you listen to that and then you go to sleep, you're opening up different portals. You're even opening up things you don't even know you're opening. And you're allowing certain things to come into your space. Now, unfortunately, the way life is, no, I'm not telling you to stop listening to the music you want to listen to, but you need to know the impact that it's making on you. Are you able to move up in companies, or do you find that you battle with depression? I mean, are there things that are getting in the way of your just thinking clearly? Those are things that's what I'm talking about. So when it comes to the lyrics in these garbage, I call it garbage because if the only thing that's coming out in your mind when you're rapping is I beat it up and she did this and she, I da da da, these hoes, and then the young ladies with low self-esteem in the music video just you cheeky cheeky cha, but you're the same one, unfortunately, getting beat or even becoming deceased one day. This is a fact. You're the same one. Yeah, because you want to be accepted by these men because you don't love yourself. you know Society and our media is not is the media really has become a way to indoctrinate people, and a way for people to gain their self-worth out of what they're seeing on social media, for example. you know so not only when it comes to black women, because I have to address these issues, because I follow Black Girl Gone. That's a great YouTube. She's on YouTube and different channels. Black Girl Gone, and then there's some other folks I follow, and I noticed that there's a trend where the young ladies that are coming up murdered, they're into this hip hop lifestyle. Posting you're half naked on camera, which is fine. People put yourself out there, but I'm saying if something happens and you're a ghost now, and you're like, dang, what happened? Because you had Leroy, who has no impulse control, and he obsessed over you, and now he killed you. This is happening. So what happened to the era of queens? No, I'm not saying queer queens. I'm saying queens. Okay, because that word has been taken out of even the black, like we would refer to ourselves as a queen, but that's all that's been taken out and given to a man who has more, who wants to be you, and who thinks he is you, and who believes he is a queen, and will oftentimes dress more conservative than you, and he's a man. Does that make sense? But it's okay to call them queens. So what is a black queen? What is a princess? What does that mean anymore? Maybe, and that's why I'm me, along with maybe some other people, but we need to get back. We better get back to the basics. Being a queen does not entail your tail just out there, and you're teaching young girls to not respect their mind. A queen, back in thousands of years ago, when we ran this earth, yes, we ran the planet, not in a patriarchal sense, but in a way that included communities, and included trading, included spirituality, and included a legacy of life. This was all over the world. There were queens, and there were men that respected the queen. In fact, some queens had a whole bunch of men, right? Because she was the queen, and she was catered to, and she was setting up generations to follow in her path of elegance, of prestige, of mental excellence, and so many other things. But the era of queen is being lost, and is being and it's not going to be completely lost. But what we have to do is resurrect the queen. So if you are listening to this, this is the reason why people think it's okay to disrespect black women, because in our own culture, and still in 2024, it has not gotten any better. It's gotten worse. When you have people like Puff Daddy, who I can't stand, with his little narcissistic, sociopathic self. He is a total sociopath. He has no remorse for the things that he has done to men and to women. And so when you have this, let me tell you guys my background. So when I went to University of Michigan, I was a research assistant, and the research it was called Queen Bees and Female MCs. Now this is when Foxy Brown was out, and Little Kim, Bahamadia, like MC Light, Queen Latifah. Okay, so you can see a difference between the Queen Latifah, Bahamadia, who were more of the conscious rappers. Then you started seeing a change in the lyrics and the content analysis of of the lyrics of Foxy Brown and of Little Kim, you know, and what was consistent was they would rap about sex in exchange for money, and that's what made them powerful. That's what gave them notoriety. Notoriety. I don't even know how to pronounce that right now. Sorry. That's what gave them power in their mind. Oh, I give you this and that, and acting as though your sexual prose is what's going to make you the dominant in the situation. And you can have men like go crazy over what's in between your legs, and that's what is giving you power. Okay, Megan the Stallion, uh, you know, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. You don't represent me. I'm going to tell you that right now. You may represent me when it comes to maybe certain aspects of doing business, but as far as like what you put out there and the lyrics that you talk about, you don't represent me. You're not representing the other queens out there that are actually using their mind, not having to sleep and show my tetas, show how big my booty is. I got a real big butt, to be honest with you. But do you think I need to put it out there? No, because I learned from my male figure that I was fortunate to have in my life. The power is in the mind, not in between your thighs. See, you've been misled because you think that that's where your power is in between your legs. That's where you're most vulnerable, actually. So when you're there, like rapping about it, or these young girls, or even older women, whoever's following after that, and then suddenly they're thinking, well, all I got to do is dress this way or be this way, get all these guys. But then you didn't know that Joe Blow loved hoes. Maybe you're not a hoe, but he loves hoes. He likes to disrespect them. But you're actually just a decent person following after the hip hop culture, doing your thing, cha chi chi de de. You're following after that, and then you didn't know this man was crazy. So there is a uptick. This is a fact, an uptick in murders with black women by the hands of black men, domestic violence, which I am a survivor of, is rampant within our community. It's a global crisis, but as far as black women, it is rampant. And nobody cares if you get beat up. Very few people care because they say you deserved it. Well, what did she do? Oh, was she being aggressive? Oh, was she? I don't know. And it shows you how people are very afraid of black women. Like energetically, you guys are scared because you think we're like masculine. A lot of police officers, going back to Brittany, think that, oh, that black woman could take me down. So that's actually telling you the power that energetically we don't even realize we have as far as intimidation. We are a very old species. If everything came from black, then that means our cell memory must be extremely old and connected, very well connected to the universe. So when we fast forward, and I think about, regardless of the fact that of the music, it doesn't, I'm just kind of letting you guys know these influences out there. It doesn't give anyone the right to put their hands on a black woman. And I know that Megan has gone through stuff. I know that there's things that go on where, and even in hip hop, that some black women in the industry will never talk about because their lives have been threatened. They can't they can't tell you what's going on. However, the black women are just coming up missing. So I just think that we have to do better, like the black men. So here's what's happening. Since so many black people decided to fall asleep and be complacent, do you see the war that do you see the war that do you see it? Like, for real, do you see what's getting ready to happen here? While you're too busy distracted with bullshit, sports, and that's fine. But you took your eyes off the real, reality that I'm talking about, a lot of people want to phase out black people. They want to take our culture, our music, our style, how we bring everything to life, but we're gone. So imagine a world where all you hear is black people singing, like on those commercials. You'll see a commercial and you won't see one black person in that commercial. You'll hear you'll hear a black person singing, but you won't see anybody in that commercial. That's the life that I'm talking about. It's because we've had to push for more black representation in media is the only reason why you can see more of us. But the reality is we're getting phased out. We're getting phased out through drugs. We're getting phased out through mental health issues, which is in correlation with drug abuse. We're getting phased out through domestic violence. We're getting phased out through just murder in general. We're getting phased out through misdiagnosis in the hospitals, or not getting the proper treatment that we need. We are getting phased out by having unnecessary issues, like that we have unnecessary battles that we have to fight. For example, like, why are we fighting? See, the word fight means elevated blood, elevated headache, stress, you know, all of that affects our bodies. Stress kills. So Brittany Anderson is like many other black women who innocently, like, it don't matter if she had a whatever, I don't know why she went in the first place. That does not give anyone the right to murder her. Sandra Bland didn't give them the right, that police officer, the right to murder her. And how many others, countless stories that didn't make the news, where you see black people standing outside. And, to the point the world is desensitized. The world does not care. Because if the world really cared, we would have a military initiative. We, like, and what's interesting is how America comes up with this money. Let's talk about the immigration. America comes up with, or can propose to flood this country, which makes me, this is why, please watch my other video, because I'm telling you, this immigration thing is not an accident. This is an economic positioning, a way to position the United States economically, because we are in trouble financially. Our dollar doesn't mean anything. Inflation is here, and we need to pay people less. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. They're trying to pay you less than what you're worth. So if we already have inflation, we already have like an astronomical amount of illegal immigrants here. How the hell do you think we're going to get out of this? The most pressing problem is that the majority, well, I did see some Senegalese. I was shocked to see some Africans out there in New York, because in Colorado, there's barely any black immigrants here, like illegal immigrants, not just regular immigrants, illegal immigrants. So if we're in a position where we're getting ready to lose benefits, some people have already lost benefits to illegal immigration, black people. Chicago is one city that you'll probably you've been hearing about. They're mad as hell because they are literally, when I say they, the government is putting the illegal immigrants in townhouses. Where I live, they're living in the building I live in. And I know people that can't even qualify for an apartment because you have to make 3 times the rent, but they can come here and not even qualify, don't even have an ID. You're housing any and everything, and it's okay. So it shows you the race politics that go on, because they will never let you imagine that many black people coming into the country. That's almost comical. You imagine like busloads of black people being dropped off. That would never happen. And the Latinos know that. The Latinos know that they left behind their curly haired, dark skinned family member, because there's some that look just like me and darker, got left behind. They're too dark. America's not going to let you in, or they're going to turn you away. I have not seen a whole bunch of people looking like me on buses at all. So while you're laying around sleeping, black folks, and anybody listening to this around the world, You could be judging America. Ha, America's so stupid. Hee hee. But don't say that because you want to come here. Some of you, or you have family that are in America. We have immigrants from all over the world that may be here illegally, and they're being impacted by this crisis because they did it the right way. My husband's an immigrant. You know what hell we went through just to get him here? That was hard. And now you have people that you don't even know who they are, and they're here. And so now we have a situation where if we do have a issue like what happened to Brittany or other issues as of race, do you think that we have even the capacity, like the law enforcement capacity, to handle these other problems? The media coverage, do they even care? No. We are being displaced, and Black women are being systematically erased. So I can't just sit here and just do all this talking just for nothing. I'm trying to let you know, if you are in a position of power, if you are a songwriter, because music is one of the biggest influencers in the world, and you're a songwriter and you have a big following, I need you to think about the social impact that you're making with your music. Is your music raising vibrations, or is it lowering the vibration? Is it helping a mental health issue, or is it causing things to be worse? And when you want to say, well, I'm not a role model, that's just a lazy cop out. Yes, the hell you are. If you have followers, people are following you. People are watching you. People are imitating you. So don't use that. Well, I don't tell people what to do. That's why I'm not going to say what I want to say, because it's really mean. But you better be careful, because everything you're putting out there is going to come back in your own personal life. I'm talking about you, the rappers, when you're making misogynistic music to destroy the women, to use words like beat it up. You have no respect for even the vessel of where you came from. If all you can rap about is how you beat up the vessel of life, that's you have absolutely no respect for yourself. You have no respect for your future, your children, if you have children. And then you wonder why police officers just walk around like they have no, you know what? I want to challenge you, men. Men men that attack, like in law enforcement especially, that are attacking Black women or making arrests for no reason, or just doing whatever you want under the sun. This is happening in every single state. I know personally Black women that have been abused by police officers, or they have lost loved ones to a murder. I've witnessed a murder, actually. It wasn't by a police officer, but it's the fact that we have seen these things. What does this do to our mental health, our outcome of life? If all you rap about is killing and having sex and not love, what do you think the output of what the hell you're talking about is going to be? Death. That's why I call them death tunes. When I hear death tunes, I turn the knob. I'm not listening to that, because I know when I went into sleep paralysis and I almost couldn't wake up, then I knew what that was doing to my own spirit. Okay. And I'm so embarrassed. I've always been embarrassed when I see the music videos. I don't even watch music videos, but just growing up with music videos, I found out that in other countries, these little raunchy videos that you don't see white women, you don't see a bunch of white women, a bunch of Asian women, a bunch of Latina women that are in music. You don't see them putting out the stuff we put out to the degree that we're putting it out. I just saw a disturbing video with I'm not trying to like tear down this person, but she's Megan the Stallion, this new video. I don't like it. I saw that it had like 9.9 million views. I was like, okay, let me see what this is about. Vomit. You you got like you're what are you in a freaking like womb, you incubator, like reproducing baby? Like what are you trying to say you are? Like sex goddess? Like I'm confused with with this veins and all this. I don't like it. It's weird. And it's like over the it's like you got like Beyonce sitting on the horse with the glittery thing. Like you're trying to to psychologically get people's their mind messed up with just sex. Well, what happens after that? After the sex? What, you have a baby? What uh after you've done all of that, what came out of it? Oh, you're fighting with your boyfriend? Oh, he left you? Or you're not even together? Why? Because you didn't build on a principle of real family nucleus. This kind of bullshit is what was causing like even the social media. I mean, it's one of the top things that cause divorce rates. Pornography causing divorce rates out of the roof, or people just can't even get with anyone, or they're getting what is it called, erectile dysfunction or whatever, because you don't watch so much porn as a young kid. Now you can't even get it up. What is that doing to you? Let's be honest about this. This world is full of trash. So you guys can continue on and do what you're going to do, but you need to know the truth, and the truth will set you free. The mind is where the power is. Starting a business. Did you know that men, let me just give you an example, like women, we actually have to be the ones to set this example. It's not going to come from a man looking and seeing that we're a queen. We have to act as a queen. We have to demonstrate we are a queen. We have to walk and talk as a queen. We have to carry ourselves in harsh times as a queen. There's a queen is elegant. A queen is a fierce warrior and will kick your ass on a spiritual level and possibly physically. A queen nurtures and cares for her children and cares for her community. A queen is the beacon of light spiritually for the present, past, and future. A queen is the one that stands strong against adversary, against those that are trying to destroy the community. A queen is innovative and creative under pressure and will continue to create even when it feels like she can't. Okay, that is a queen. We have to demonstrate that. We have to show these men, hey, no, you're not going to talk to me like that. No, you're not going to call me mama. You're not going to be looking at my damn girl. No, you're not going to talk to me like that. You check a man. What, excuse me? What did you say to me? What was that? No, my name is Monique Esberry. I know how many people I had to check. In fact, people don't even really say nothing because when my presence, they know, oh, I better not say that to her. Damn. They call me Miss Monique. People automatically call me that. Miss Monique. Because I've gone through the fire, people. I'm not a perfect person. You know, I didn't have any self-esteem. I allowed myself to be abused. I allowed myself to lack the queen knowledge and thought that my body was everything. Your body is not everything, because those same men will be out there going to the next woman. So in order to protect our community, it's going to come from is number one, it's going to come from how we present ourselves. Okay, so my next video we're going to talk a little bit further about men, our black men, you know, and the reason I'm focusing on my community is because we are under siege. Those 3 black soldiers that were killed, it just and yet we still have inequality to a degree that is so disheartening to see that we can go into law enforcement, and I'm switching gears, go into law enforcement, go serve as a public servant like I did, go and sacrifice your life only to be d- come back with nothing. So many black men, when they joined the world, went to World War I and World War II. And well, let's go all the way back to the Revolutionary War. Black people have always fought for this damn country. We have always fought and still at the bottom. So when anyone disrespects, so when you don't know your history, that's what I want to say. You don't have the confidence to check somebody. They know more about your history than you do. When you don't know the innovators and the scientists that came through slavery, that built the White House, that created inventions to make their life easier as slaves. They weren't just slaves. Yes, so bossa. Yeah, they had to do that so they didn't get killed, but their mind was so powerful. Just because somebody doesn't speak this I speak properly, yeah, but inside of my soul there's other languages in there. I'm just having to speak this. So when you don't know yourself, somebody else will tell you who you are. Just like an empty vessel walking around with an entity inside of it puppeteering you. That's exactly what's going on. Okay, so I will be back. I got my turtle bow. He's looking at me like was trying to bask underneath this light and you're being kind of noisy. Lastly, people, I wanted to thank all of you who, I have some followers and I appreciate you on Spotify and also with my other streaming platforms. I'm in 47 countries. And I haven't actually posted it, you guys. You probably thought I quit like in months. So now I'm getting back into it. But I still have people listening and I still am impacting people. So please like, share, and subscribe. You don't have to agree with everything I say, but sometimes the truth does hurt, but it will set you free. All right. Thank you so much and talk to you soon in the next episode.